He's actually a former first-round draft pick that never could find his way in the San Jose organization because he was so deep in forwards for so many years with the Thorntons and the Marlows and what have you. And I was able to sign him in Nashville a few years ago. He became a very effective player for them. He's a guy that can play in your top two lines, but he's also very dependable defensively. He's a terrific face-off man, and we felt when we saw what Marty Reason was able to do for us, winning key face-offs last year, that it was important to have a guy like that on our team. So he's a guy that can really do a little bit of everything for us. He can give us offense, and he can play on your top two lines. But he's also the guy that you want on the ice when you're protecting a one-goal lead late in the game.
Dale, could you speak a little bit about the new goaltending? We had Thomas Vokoun here for 4 years, and you're bringing in a guy that I think people in South Florida do know. They've seen him.
Well, former Vezina Trophy, former Hart Trophy. Fell on some hard times in the middle part of his career, but he's really rebounded nicely the last few years and has made himself back into a top goaltender again. And I like the fact that the last couple of years, he had 30 wins 2 years ago, and was 8 or 9 games above 500 last year in Minnesota, and he's turned his career around. And I just like the fact that he's a champion, he's a winner, and he's a fun guy and he's a good player. And I think with he and Clem, they'll make a good team together and they'll both work well together.
Is that a 1-1-8 type thing?
Yeah,
split them up.
Yeah,
they're both age-wise.
They're both very capable of playing, and I think they'll both support each other. And I think that with the additions of some offense up here and getting Fleischman today, we just signed Thomas Fleischman too. So this guy's a top player with skill. So,
breaking news.
We are pretty excited about what's happened here with this roster and everyone that we've spoken with. And the other good thing is that we've left room for possible performances by Gudbranson and Huberdeau or Howden or a couple of our young guys. So that's what I'm excited about. Not only do we make our team better with a good mix and a different brand of player, but we've also left some space and some room for some of our young guys if they have great camps and make our team.
Is Fleischman over that medical problem?
Yeah,
pulmonary
obviously
embolism?
we wouldn't have done this without getting medical reports and the doctor's report saying that he's good to go and that he's recovered nicely from his illness, and that is a guy that's got tremendous skill and he's still a young man. He hasn't reached his prime yet. So you add him to the puzzle. He adds some offense and some versatility as well.
How much? Could folks say you guys are pretty much done now? I know you've got some holes to fill, but
no, we're never done. You're never satisfied. Well, we're committed to turning this around. It was very painful last year to do what we had to do, and now we want to start to enjoy this process and see some success. And I want to see these guys together have success. So it'll be a fun ride.
Jovo's brought back more than just nostalgia, right, Dale? Mentored some of the younger players.
I think he's had his best years here lately in Phoenix the last couple of years. He and Upshaw play together in Phoenix. They really like each other. I think with Gudbranson and Petrovic and Ellerby and Kulikov and Garrison, that Jovo will be a great mentor for those young defensemen as well. Let's give us some valuable points and give us some grit on the back end. He and Campbell together could be a really exciting tandem, with adding some offense from the back end.
Everybody's talking about, though, with the salary cap floor, you did have to spend a little more money than maybe you otherwise would have. A little overpayment.
Well, we're in pretty good shape. This includes a couple of young guys at a high cap number. So, we're in excellent shape. And don't forget, we don't play till October. So we've got time to tweak this. And it's better to get them now and not have to not get them in September. So we're in good shape. Mike and his side have done a tremendous job in balancing this team as far as the cap and where we're headed.
Dale, we're not at the floor yet. We've got opportunities to make some moves throughout the summer, and I don't believe that. Typically, this is a day where you overpay for players, but I don't believe we've done that today. I think we've done good hockey deals at the right price.
Dale, the MO has been to accumulate picks. With Versteeg, you gave up 2 picks to get him. What was it about him that made you feel so strongly that?
Well, we only actually gave up 1. It was an additional pick we got at the draft, the San Jose pick we picked up at the draft and moved back from 47 to 58, I believe. So we felt that, and then we have the choice whether to give up the second round. No, they gave up a first and a third to get Steger. He's coming off a year where he was injured and still scored 20 plus goals. I know him very well. I won a Stanley Cup with him in Chicago. He brings tremendous skill and speed and versatility. And pound for pound, there aren't many tougher than Chris. And I just love a lot of things about this guy, and he's elated to come here. And he played hurt all of last year. He does play hurt. He's got tremendous passion, and he's going to be 100%, and he's going to be a fun guy to watch. He can play every forward position. He's gifted. He's quick, and he's a great shot, and he scores big goals for you as well as shut down the other teams. He's a good penalty killer, all of those things. So we have a lot of versatile young players now, and so that'll give Kevin Dineen a lot of different options, and the trust factor will be quite a bit higher for Kevin.
Scotty Upshaw came into the league as a number 6 pick overall, and he's never really fulfilled that. You know, what's been missing there that maybe Kevin Dineen can bring out?
Well, I think he's starting to turn the corner and had a really good year last year with 22 goals. You know, it's just finding his place. You know, maturity, sometimes it takes other players longer, but won't lack from enthusiasm and energy. And he still is, I don't think he's reached his stride yet. So he's a young guy that's got experience, but yet hasn't reached his potential. And I think that, you know, giving him a leadership role here on this team, that and surrounding him with guys like Jovo and Kopechki and Campbell and different people like that, that he will start to see his true potential.